So if God is so good, why do bad things still happen? Why do people still do bad things if God is so good? Let me explain it to you. So Genesis chapter 2, verse 16 says, "But the Lord God warned him, you may freely eat the fruit of every tree in the garden." Verse 17, "Except the tree of knowledge of good and evil. If you eat this fruit, you are sure to die." Right? So as we see in Genesis chapter 3, it says, "The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals and Lord God had made. One day he asked the woman, 'Did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden?' 'Of course you may eat the fruit of the trees in the garden,' the woman replied. 'It's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we are not allowed to eat. God said, you must not eat it or even touch it. If you do, you will die.' Verse 4, 'You won't die,' the serpent replied to the woman. 'God knows that your eyes will be open as soon as you eat it, and you will be like God, knowing both good and evil.' The woman was convinced, and she saw the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it too. At that moment, their eyes were open, and they suddenly felt shame at their nakedness." So, as you can see, God warned them not to eat it, but they did it anyways. They were convinced by the devil. So when these bad things in this world happen, when people decide to do mass shootings and stuff like that, the Lord convicts them and tells them, warns them not to do this act. They warn them. They are always warned. But they are always convinced by the devil to do it anyways. So it's not God's fault. It's not that God doesn't intervene. God warns them every single time, just like he warns you whenever you're about to sin. And do you still sin anyways? Do you still sin anyways? So everybody that say, if God is so good, why do bad things still happen? Because people don't listen. That's why bad things still happen. People don't listen when God tells them not to do that thing. Don't do that. And they do it anyways. They're disobedient. And that's why when these people that do these mass shootings, they end up ending their own life because they don't want to feel the shame. They don't want to feel the guilt. They don't want to feel any of that because they know they're wrong, but they do it anyways. So to answer your question, if God is so good, why do bad things happen? It's because people are evil and they choose to do evil. They have an option to do it or not to do it. God tells them not to do it. They don't listen to God. They listen to the devil. They rather listen to the devil than listen to God. Just how some of us who are living in sin still rather listen to our sin and listen to the devil than come running back to God. So to answer your question, there you go. It has nothing to do with God because God warns before any sin happens. As you can see, God warned Adam and Eve not to eat the tree or not to eat the fruit from that specific tree because they will know things that they shouldn't know yet. But the devil convinced their mind that it'll be okay. The devil convinces you that your sin is okay. The devil will convince that mass shooter that killing all the people is okay. But God warns them not to do it. God warns you not to sin. He warns you not to sin. But do you do it anyways? Stop blaming God for the troubles of this world. It has nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him.